Sounds awesome.
Many layers here.
Yeah. How many are there? There's like.
That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey everyone, I'm Kelvin, and together with me here today is Pauline.
Hey.
So today we're gonna break down the song "It's Gonna Be Okay." Pauline, maybe you want to start off with telling us how you decided to actually do this song together with Kylie.
So Kylie and I, we were paired to do a song together for Tunes Day. Then what happened was we were just scrolling through our playlist. Basically, we're like, oh, what song should we do? And like, okay. Then after that, we stumbled upon this song by the Piano Guys. It's Gonna Be Okay. Then we thought, hey, this is actually a great song because we were looking for a song to motivate people and lift people's spirits up. So, seeing the condition, like the situation right now with the COVID and the CMCO, and it seems never ending. So we wanted to do something positive for everyone to, to think that, yes, this is going to, prolong for a really long time, but it's going to be okay. Just be patient, be positive, stay healthy.
Yeah, so what we're going to do today is we're going to go through the entire arrangement. So you see, I've color-coded everything for your visual pleasure.
So pretty.
What we'll do is we'll break down each of the instruments and see what goes into the entire arrangement.
Let's do this.
So the song actually starts with a bass and some drums and a piano. So it goes a bit like this. So the inspiration for this was one of the YouTube videos that I saw online, which it makes it feel like it's the first beat, but it's actually counting on the one end of every beat. So if you look at the waveform here, you can actually see like it's actually not at the first beat, but at the end of the first beat. So it's the same for the piano as well as the bass.
Yeah, I never really noticed it, to be honest, when you let us listen to the drum. I was like, yeah, it sounds nice. And then later on when you pointed it out, then I was like, wait, yeah, you're right. It sounded a little weird at first, but it sounds, at first it sounded a little weird, but then after that it sounded so natural.
Yeah, so we first had the bass and the piano. So the bass and the piano as well. And then after some time we had the violin come in. So yeah. Yeah, so that's actually one of the, I would say, is the motif of the original song, and it goes throughout the song. So you will hear this violin playing throughout the song, and it only stops at the pre-chorus where the chord progression actually change. Yeah, and then so after that the organ comes in. So this organ is like it functions as a pad to me. So what it does is it gives that warmthness and give like I would say a building block to actually build the other components on. So if you hear the organs here on its own, yeah, it has a bit of side chain together with the bass. Yeah, so this serves as the basic building blocks for the entire song. So yeah, in context, it sounds a bit like this. So if I solo it out, you can hear that there's this. So if I solo it out, you can actually hear there's this side chaining where it kind of ducks the bass itself. So whenever the bass plays, it goes slightly softer and comes back up. Yeah, so that's one of the things that gave it a bit of life for me. When we actually go into the pre-chorus, we still have our synth as well as a new radio pad. So it adds another dimension to the arrangement itself. So if you hear the pads on its own, it might sound a bit weird. but with the side chaining and the organ in the background, it sounds more natural and fitting. Yeah, and then here, what happens is that you have a riser coming in. So for me, it builds the energy, and right before the drop, when we go into the chorus.
I really like the riser and the crash. It really gives that feel like, yeah.
It's like punch.
Yes, that punch, exactly. That was the word I was looking for. Yeah, the punch.
But yeah, you can hear the riser and the crash together. On its own, it sounds a bit weird, but in context, it sounds a bit more. It adds to the arrangement for me.
Anybody would tell me it's all the bad news. How it's gonna fall through, but no matter what they say and what they say, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, and I think here, Pauline, you actually harmonize over Kylie in the pre-chorus. Yeah.
You're right. What we thought of in terms of the vocals is that because the verse, it talks about like expressing more of like the doubt, so it's kind of more like, it's like, oh, I'm feeling down, I'm like no motivation and things like that. So we believe like in the pre-chorus, when like another voice comes in, it's like that's the positive energy that comes in together in the pre-chorus, and then when it comes back to the chorus, then it's like that positive energy, a new voice that comes in, like it's like a light that shines on like darkness. Not sure is that how you describe it, but yeah.
It's like having someone holding your hand and letting you know that it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so in the chorus itself, some of the more interesting things that happened was that we had an additional drum machine. So it's actually doubling the drums. So if you actually hear the drums on its own, it's quite a simple beat. But with the drum machine, it gives it depth and makes it feel more full. More punchy as well with the kick. Yeah, and at the same time, we also add in some 808 bass for the chorus. So without the 80 bass, it was like that. With the 80 bass, so it gives the extra depth, deepness as well in the low end. So similarly, the piano had the bass line coming in. The piano, the bass, and the drums, you get a very forward-moving kind of sound. And when you add in the organ, it joins them all together. Other than the organ, we actually added on some other synths to actually make the entire song more interesting. So you can actually hear there's a distorted organ here. Again, sidechained. You can really hear the distortion in the organ itself. Yeah, and adding on to that, we had some saws. For me, it helps to complement the sidechain of the organ. So both the synth as well as the organ itself. And to add more high end, we actually have some stars going on. So if you actually listen carefully, it pans from the left to the right, opposite to what the saw is actually doing. So if I play the stars alone, and with the saw, it's like one is chasing the other. So here what we did is we actually take off all the additional instruments to actually catch a breath and let your ears get some rest before we get into the next section.
It's a breakdown, and it's also for us singers to take a rest.
Yeah.
To breathe.
So the drums, the bass, as well as all the other instruments come in together at the second verse.
So fight for your life. The world's gonna try to sell you some lies.
Yeah, so there's the pre-chorus, which is quite similar to the previous pre-chorus, with the addition of the drum machine as well as the 808 bass. And again, we have a riser here, so it gives it that fullness and that that it builds up the energy again to prepare us for the chorus.
Love the riser.
So that's the chorus. The chorus, the difference here is that with the previous chorus is that it has a different bass line with the electric bass. But then at the same time, the 808 bass is playing a different thing. So there's different layers to the bass itself.
Wow.
So other than the third harmony here, I see that Kylie and Pauline, you guys had some other ad-libs here as well to actually spice things up. So I think together it actually filled some of the holes and provided some syncopation as well. So I think I'll play a little bit of how the harmony and the lead comes together, how the vocals come together.
Yeah, that would be good.
It's gonna be.
So as you can see, Pauline and Kylie is as tight as usual.
For those of you who don't know, Kylie is our newest BuddySings member. Yay! Woo! Yeah, she's our newest BuddySings member, and this song is the first ever song that she's ever recorded. It's her first time, if I'm not mistaken, standing in front of a mic to record her solo vocals because she used to be in a choir, right, in school.
Yep.
I think she is still in her school choir, and she was the conductor. Very cool. Yeah, so she's so used to singing like in a group with a lot of voices together. So this is actually her first time singing a lead vocal. So she was really a nervous wreck. Perhaps you can ask her about it when you see her. If you get to see her, you can ask her about it.
I'll definitely ask her.
Yeah, she was really nervous. Even just the first verse, it took us an hour to record. Because we started off with the first verse and she was really nervous and we kept recording. I have no idea how many takes we took. I think there's about 10 or more takes that we took, and we even broke them down into lines because she found she was struggling a little bit to record the whole thing at once, the whole verse at once. So it was I think it was a great experience for her. It was a great experience for me as well because I was the one doing the recording for her.
Yes, and you did a great job.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so glad. It's still a learning process for me, and yeah, it's like I have to like constantly reassure her and encourage her that she's doing great, and she did, right? I mean, based on you like editing her voice.
Yeah, her voice is very easy to edit. In fact, it just stands out no matter where you put it.
Yeah, so it's great. So yeah, support Kylie, everyone. She's new, so yeah, we're all making her feel really welcomed, and yeah, really Kylie and I really enjoyed the the audio recording process and also the video recording process. So please don't forget to check it out, our video, because it took us a long time to record as well, and we took some shots outdoors, and we were so afraid that it will rain because it's been raining a lot recently. So yeah, we're so lucky that it didn't rain, and we managed to capture everything that we needed before it started raining. So yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys had a lot of fun recording the audio, because when I actually
Yes.
received the audio, it had many tracks. It was like as if you guys didn't want to stop recording the song. Yeah. So what you see here is actually like a very cleaned up version for all of
Yes.
you to, understand the arrangement easily. But yeah, if you look at the original file, it's all over the place.
Yes, exactly. I think the melody part was still okay because it was really straightforward. It's just the lead. When the second session, when I've uploaded the second session with the ad libs and everything, it's just
Yeah.
I didn't even know how to label them, so I just put numbers. I was like, we're just gonna have fun recording, and we're just gonna dump everything for Kelvin to like go and filter and edit, and we trust that you're gonna pick like the best parts for us. So yeah, we had a lot of fun. That's why you had like a nightmare trying to arrange and organize our tracks.
Well, it was okay because you guys had quite good labeling, and like especially like in terms of time code and stuff, it's on point. So I roughly know what concept that you guys wanted to go for, kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. So moving on, I think one of the most interesting parts in the song, the breakdown. I think initially I didn't plan for this at all, and then after I think after they first let me hear this song, the original song, this was like one of the first things that they told me, you must put this in. And so the breakdown portion, the breakdown segment of this song was actually formed. So you have this amazing vocals part together with some violins and some bass. So you get this. So you have your pianos playing in the background together with the violin, and most importantly, the wow.
It's gonna be okay.
So yeah, after some time, it felt a bit empty, and we actually wanted to come together and record some choirs. But
yes.
yeah,
I mean, all of us, we were like, Kylie and I, we were discussing like whether to do this song, and we were thinking, like, should we do this as the first Tuesday song? I mean, to be honest, we were thinking between a couple of songs, and this song was like, oh, it's really great song, I want to do this, but this part, it should be like all of us together, like the whole group coming together to sing it, and to have that whole positive energy coming together. But because of this, then we were like, oh, should we include... In our initial plan, the first plan, I think, remember, Kelvin, the first draft that we gave to you did not include this wall part.
Oh, yes.
It did not at all. And then we were like, no, it's too empty. You know what? Just screw it. No matter, it's just two of us. We're just gonna still do it because it sounds great. It adds something different to the song. And we didn't want to remove that.
Yeah, I think this is a very nice concept to the actual song itself, where we embrace ourselves in the comfort of our friends and family, to actually tell each other that it's gonna be okay. Yeah. I think previously, sneak peek, but we actually incorporated something like this in one of our originals as well, that you might or might not have heard of yet. But yeah, looking forward to letting you guys hear that song soon.
Yes, definitely. We are really excited about it. No spoilers. No spoilers, but yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yep. So yeah, here to having two persons singing "What is not all that fun." So yeah, we had some help from the computer, and we have some choirs. So yeah. So together with your whoa. Oops. My laptop's lagging.
It's too much, too many layers.
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
And most importantly, some guys as well in the end.
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
So yeah, that's that. And well, I think this breakdown section actually brings out the harmony that Kylie and you arranged.
Yeah. I think the last part is like the most like looking at the the bars and everything over here. The last part is like the most full. It is the most full, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the most full parts, of the entire song. So you have your breakdown here, and then you build up and things like that. So
I think you can play it. Have a listen to it.
Yep.
Like just the voices, yeah.
Whoa. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. No matter what you've been through, here you are. No matter if you think you're falling apart, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
yeah, so
Yeah,
I think
it
there are
sounds awesome.
many layers here.
Yeah. How many are there? There's like
That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
whoa.
8 layers.
8 layers, just vocals.
Yeah, considering that the computer helped us significantly here. Yeah, we have tons of layers.
Yeah. It took us we recorded like 2 sessions. The first session was we just recorded like the song itself, the lead.
The leads, yeah.
That took us like a day. And then the second session we came in just to record like
The ad-libs and the
ad-libs,
harmony and stuff
some
like that.
harmonies, yes. And that took like a few hours as well because we were trying to improvise a lot, like putting in different ideas and recording it like a few rounds. So yeah, I think Kylie and I, we are very proud of the ad-libs that we've added in because as you know, we are not like pro at this, so being able to actually come up with something like this and to put it in and to listen to it and thinking, whoa, it sounds great, that really gives us like a sense of achievement and like, hey, yeah, we did it. And like it's like coming from the both of us.
Yeah, it gives
I
me
mean,
a
of course,
sense of achievement when I
yeah,
actually mix
definitely
this as well.
you're the one like who beautify it, but yeah, you do.
Yeah, it's like it was a very I would say it's a challenging endeavor trying to actually mix this because you like if you actually put it all in one track, what happens is that it feels like everything's coming from that same one place. So what I had to do was actually I had to put out all the vocals into like different segments and like place them differently in the space. So maybe I can give you some idea on how the space dimensionality actually works as well. So you have your lead, which I think I would put it dead center. Then you can hear that the harmony actually comes like right beside of the lead on the left and right side.
It's gonna be okay.
So for those of you who wants to hear the difference, you have to have like headphones.
Yeah, you need to have
earphones on.
headphones or good speakers on.
Yeah, stereos.
So you can actually hear like you have the lead dead center, and then you have the third harmony slightly wider and slightly further as well, and you have like the wow at the back of your head, as well as the wow at the side of your head. So it's like having different sounds all around you.
It's like surround sound.
Yeah.
Surround sound system. Yeah.
Let me play that again for you to enjoy.
Gonna be okay. what you've been through, here you are. No matter if you think you're falling apart, it's gonna be okay.
So if you actually add in the choir as well, I think the choir was even further compared to all of your voices, but
Yeah.
it gave like a very
To make it more like well-rounded and full, it sounds even fuller.
yeah,
Yeah.
it made it very packaged, like very
Well packaged.
yeah, it made it
Wrapped up
well packaged.
nicely
It
in a
wraps it all up.
box. Wraps it all up.
It's gonna
So let me
It's
just
like a
play that
perfect.
part.
It's like a perfect present.
Yep. It's like putting yourself in the dome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, so you hear that very far choir with the staccato as well.
No matter what you've been through, here you are.
With the violin, when the violin actually comes in,
You're falling apart. It's gonna be
the violin comes in from the top.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty much for the breakdown. Fun fact, like few days after recording this song itself, this song was stuck in my mind for I think at least a week. And I couldn't sleep the night that I edited it because it was like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay.
Same. I mean, I love this cover that we did, and after you arranged it and you sent the draft to us to listen to, this song kept playing in my head, and I was humming it and singing it like subconsciously, like when I'm just like doing my work, and then I just
Yeah.
kept singing it, and then I caught myself like, wait, oh yeah, I'm singing this song again.
So
Yeah.
big thanks to everyone. Thanks to Pauline as well. Let's end it by hearing the whole song.
Yeah, let's.